And comments. The member for Oshawa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I'm pleased to be able to stand and add my 2 cents and 2 minutes to this conversation on Bill 163, an act to amend the Workplace Safety Insurance Act and the Ministry of Labour Act with respect to post-traumatic stress disorder. Mr. Speaker, I've been very busy over the intercession. I spent the intercession touring 15 jails and many of our probation and parole offices as the Critic for Community Safety and Correctional Services, and as you can imagine, I learned a lot. And I certainly appreciate that in this piece of legislation that we see that our first responders include all those, or many of whom should be included in this piece of legislation. My very first tour was to the Central East Correctional Centre in Lindsay, and it happened to be on a day that there was a memorial for an officer who sadly had died by suicide. And that really did set the tone for my understanding of just how dire the situation is and just how great the need is to support our first responders and our frontline workers who are working across our communities in increasingly violent circumstances, whether we're talking about our police, our fire, our paramedics, our correctional workers, whether we look at our children's aid workers, our Ministry of Labour inspectors, our nurses, workers across the province are faced with increasingly stressful and violent situations. So I think, as we've heard from the Minister of Labour today, that we're learning more and more about PTSD, that this is going to be a need to incorporate research and all of that. I think that we need to take that step further and ensure that that informs which group can be brought into either this piece of legislation or the next piece, because there are so many who deserve and require that support, and I would challenge the government to provide it. Thank you.